What is Google entity stacking and how do you do entity stacking for SEO? I'm Ron from Osborne Digital Marketing and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do, where you need to find the sources and how you go about it so you can rank higher for cheaper in Google. Let's jump into it. Now guys, if you haven't got the tool already, Rank Lightning, it does everything local SEO. The only local SEO tool you're ever going to need. Jump over, check out Rank Lightning. There's a discount down below. So what is entity stacking in SEO? Think about it like this. If you've watched my videos from years ago, thank you by the way, I would always sit there and say, go and build your citations, do your press release, get them up first, then go build your links. That's what you need to do. Logical, right? What every other business would do. Why is that logical now? Well, it's entity stacking, except entity stacking is slightly different. So let's just say that you're a roofer. Okay, let's say you have a roofing company in Miami as an example. Now, a roofer would go out there and get their Yelp listing. You would get your Google Maps listing. You're going to get a link from perhaps the Bing places. You're going to set all of these credible things up. But as a roofer, you're especially going to go over to GAF and put up your profile. You're going to have your roofing profile on the GAF website, all right? That is what a roofer would do. You're a roofer. You're going to put that up there. That's called entity stacking. Now, in my eyes, I kind of look at it as citations. Citations are essentially your directories, like your Facebook page, your Yelps, all of that, the Hot Frogs, all of that sort of nonsense, the house, all of that. They can all be considered, directory citations. But something like GAF isn't really a directory or a citation. It's more of an entity to link yourself with something. That's what entity stacking is, going out there and getting specific websites or specific directories, anything that ties into what you're doing. Now, if you're, like I said, you're a roofer in Miami. So what you'd want to also do is try and get listed on directory sites or any other website that is specifically known to Google along the lines of, hey, these guys are in Miami. That's what you can do there. Something else I'm going to show you now is the list of Google entities for stacking. This is something you can just easily use. So the Moz, the citations by category. Again, like I said, it's citations, but I just want you to scroll up here a little bit and you're going to be able to see a list of categories. Okay, so as an example, roofing contractors. Now, this is what you would want to do if you're a roofing contractor. Okay, you're going to come across here and you're going to see all of these ones here where as a roofer, you probably should be listed. Because your competitors, the people in the industry should have it. So I'm just trying to see how, as an example, the security stuff, it's a little bit lighter, but you can still see that there's definitely some in there that's not on our list and vice versa. But you can see that YouTube is a big factor for roofers. Absolutely. If you're a roofer, I strongly encourage you to have a roofing channel. But the thing is, in Google's eyes, that's what you want to have. So you not only want to have your citations, and as you can see here, Manta, obvious that's going to be a part of your citations, but you want to have a YouTube channel. So this is a great source that you can actually use for free. But the way I like getting entities is by looking at my competitors. So I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do now. So this is how I like getting the list of entities that my competitors have. So again, Miami Roofing Company, all right? So I'm sitting there, I'm a roofer, I'm like, what do I need to get? What do I need to have? What's the must? Like I've shown in my previous videos, literally from years ago, guys, this is how you can get citations. It's exactly the same process that you can do to stack the SEO entities. Okay, so we want to grab these guys. Let's grab their website. What's the business name again? Roof Tech, or was it Miami Roof Tech? I can't remember. Miami Roof Tech, yep. All right, so we want to go across back to Google. We want to go Miami Roof Tech. Okay, what we're going to do is put their name in quotations. Bang, bang. And then we're going to go across space, minus, site, throw in their website there. I like getting rid of all the HTTPS nonsense and all of that because there might be some things that don't have the PS. So I throw that into Google. Now, what I'm going to see is exactly what I've been talking to you about. Yelp, Facebook, Instagram, Roofing Direct. Look at that. Build Zoom. roofing calculator, of course, MapQuest. Look at this. These are, while citations, also what I kind of call them citations, guys. I'm going to be honest. I think of them as citations. When I get my team to build these, I say, hey, go build the citation. Here's a list of citations. The SOP is what I'm showing you today. But these are entities. Like, these are ways to stack your entity, because Google knows, as an example, Google knows what Roofing Direct is. Google knows what Roofing Calculator is. So if your roofing company has a link from these guys, that's how we go about it. So I just, like what we normally do, let's just export it all from Hexamatic. All right. So sometimes it can go off on a bit of a tangent and create randomness. Like it's pulled in stuff for Tampa as an example. So I was looking at other stuff when it comes. It's come for past stuff. It does record sometimes your past history as well. So as you can see, I've been looking at other competitors and extracting other competitors' data. So that's the only thing with it. But essentially, here's a list of the first page of things that we want to be looking at for our competitor. Like for our, if you're that roofing contractor, this is what you want to be looking at. This one here. All right. So let me try and zoom in a bit more for you guys. But you can see like the SEMrush thing, guys, that's because of my plugin. You know, that just ignore that. Ignore the SEMrush stuff. Again, I can turn all of this stuff off. But the main thing is my team knows what to be looking at. All right. So we've got to have an Instagram account. Like, guys, you always got to have an Instagram. Literally on all of our onboarding stuff, no one's allowed to start. So on my SOP for the onboarding of a client, it's literally got, hey, this is how you create an Instagram, a Twitter, a blah, 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 a Facebook, like all of it. We don't let our clients go live unless they've got all the main ones. But just as an example here, you can actually ascertain what's going on and what needs to be done. And this is very, very important because this is where you want to look. Now, I'd suggest also going across to, you know, how many results are there? It's not showing us. So there's a few pages. So I'd strongly suggest going across and scraping, you know, now you're going to scrape page 2. Now you're going to scrape page 3. I'd strongly, strongly, strongly suggest that you actually do that because, again, you're going to get all of these entities cozy-wise. Like, come on, are these guys serious? On cozy-wise? All right, so all of these types of things are what you're going to see when you're looking to do the entity stacking. Now, tips and tricks with entity stacking, the main thing that I personally think is, like I said, guys, stick with it like I've always shown for years as citations, and you're hitting this stuff anyway. Like, that's entity. The Ronald Osborne, the Osborne digital marketing method of building citations is exactly the same way as you would go about stacking entities. There's just been a new term invented. I've been asked about it numerous times now. I'm like, all right, let's put together a video because it's the same thing. Go and watch my other videos on citations from years ago. You're going to be like, oh, he's showing a very similar thing. But this answers that question for you. Another tip would be, like I gave that advice from years ago, be logical. Truly, Google is logical. It's run by individuals that may be a little bit crazy with blue hair, but the thing is, at the end of the day, it's still a business. It's got to capitalize on its effectiveness. All right. It's got to extract every dollar possible because it's got shareholders. How does the system run logically? What does an average business owner do? They're going to come to Google and they're going to be like, I'm going to sign up for CozyWise as an example. I'm going to sign up for YouTube. I'm going to sign up for Yelp. I'm going to sign the stock standard stuff. Then what would another business do? Now, the average business isn't going to do about this, but what would be a natural process? What would be a natural link? Let's just say you're a unique roofer in Miami doing eco ways. You're putting grass on the roofs like they do in the UK as an example, using the straw. Let's say you're going to start doing that in Miami. Madness, you wouldn't, but let's just say you are. The thing you've got to think about is that's going to attract press coverage. Okay, so the press are going to start talking about you. Press releases. Then what would come from there? Backlinks, haro links. A great way to stack entities is with press releases. If you do citations, press releases, and haro links, all from what you can get from the Osborne Digital Marketing Store, you guys are going to have more than enough when it comes to covering the entity. All right, haros are very, very, I'm flat out noticing is if you don't have a lot of brand mentions in the haro type game, it's the same thing here. You're not doing as well. There's something missing. So when I get people come to me being like, hey dude, what's missing? We're building all these links. It's Haro a lot of the time. When I say it's Haro, it's those premium press release links that you've got to talk to journalists about. So if you guys want that, reach out to Osborne Digital Marketing. If you want to have a chat to me about why you're not doing so well, book a time with me down below. You get a free 15-minute chat. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Now you should know how to entity stack. You go out there, follow the instructions I've been giving you guys for years because it's logical and you will do exceptionally well. Like and subscribe, guys.